I'm Dan, and welcome to first episode of The Home Genius. I'm Dan, the Home Genius. The project for today is I got this 32-gallon basin, which is going to support my new fountain. And it was a basin made to go in the ground, but what I'm going to do is put it at ground level and build a fire pit wall around it. The fire pit wall is just the right diameter and just the right height. Should cover this nicely. The fountain will be on top of it, about 14 inches off the ground, which is just about what I want to give it the right height and the right prominence out in the backyard. So one of the big problems with having a basin and a fountain is knowing the right water level at any given time. And what I thought I'd do is put in my own little water level meter. And to do that, I went and found myself a nice little flange. This is a PVC Schedule 80 flange. I bought two of them. I thought I'd put them back to back, one on the bottom of the cover and one on the top, but I really found out I didn't really need two of them. So what I did was bolted one of them on here to the side, and I got this plastic toilet float like you'd have in your toilet tank. It's used to lift up when the water rises in the tank, and it shuts off the water supply, and when you flush it sinks back down, turns on the water supply, and when the tank fills up it shuts the water off again. So using that, I can insert this into my basin. Right into the bottom of the flange. And I got a piece of PVC Plex plastic pipe, and I bought the red, which is usually the hot water supply line pipe, and I spray painted the rest of it blue. So I have my gauge of red when the water level is too low, and blue when the water level is the right height. I'm putting this around the arm of the tank float. I'm using another piece of 3/4 Schedule 80. It's a nice, stiff, solid plastic pipe. And I carved a little opening in here. You can see a little window. I just drilled out some holes and used my my little saw to go in there and hollow the rest of it out. And I can put this over, screw it into the flange. I even bought a little cap for the top of it, keep the rain out, keep the bugs out. And now when the water level, you can see it's red because the float is all the way down the bottom of the basin because it's empty. And as it gets filled up with water, I'm going to raise this up slowly. And eventually you're going to see it turn blue. And as it goes all the way up to the top, if the tank is full, it's going to be all blue. I think that's all blue. And then if the water level slowly evaporates or splashes out and it sinks down, you see it starts to turn red as it gets closer to the bottom. And if it gets down to the bottom, it's going to be all red. So I can tell from a distance whether the water level is high enough or starting to fade. So that's it for episode 1, a homemade water level float for my basin. Tune in next time for episode 2. Honey, my arm's stuck again. I need a little help, please?